Hi guys, this is Tevrian again with the semi-weekly sort of vlog. I know it's been a second since I've put one out, but I just wanted to touch on a few issues. This isn't going to be a very long one. Alright, a few airship missions have been implemented, and I know a few of you guys have been playing them. I think they've been turning out very well so far. Some of them are... I'm going to try to go in a different direction with each of them. You probably saw with the first one, it was more based on puzzles, and the storyline was kind of like, whatever. The second one is more storyline, but a few less puzzles. Third one is probably going to be a mixture of the two. I like having a lot of puzzles in there just because it gives, it keeps people on their feet, gives them something to do. So, my goal, and I don't know how well I'm going to be... how long I'm going to be able to stay into this is to just try to get out one every 2 days, maybe 3 days. But see, with making airship missions, it's a little more difficult than other features because you have to code it and you have to write it. And not only do you have to code it and write it, but every time there's a puzzle, you have to code that too. So like every time if you have certain puzzles, like the tile puzzle, first you have to make the tiles in Photoshop. Then you have to code it to make sure it works properly. Then you have to test it to make sure it can't be exploited or skipped over. And then you have to put it in the game. So, they take a second. But I think the fact that these quests are repeatable is a good thing because people can, do them more than once, and so the efforts aren't wasted there. Next, Natalie Sutherland is has joined the team. I'm sure you've seen her post on the newbie forums. If you haven't, you should go there and say hi to her. She is going to be writing some short stories for Erenor, mostly related to the 7. Right now she's working on a story involving Vexus, which will take place 20 years before the game starts, and will, if you've read my synopsis on the 7, which can be found under the questing forums, you'll know basically what the story is going to be about. It's going to be about Vexus. She has her boyfriend. He is sick. She travels to Encarta to get the cure, but she comes back too late, and he dies. There's much more to the story, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. We're approaching 2,000 members, which is good. I think we're at the time of this video, we're at 1,899. Not bad. That actually goes back into something I wanted to talk about later, but I'll just talk about it now. There was a registration error on our Create Character button, and if the referral field was not filled in, it was spitting out an error, and actually Natalie was the one who brought that to my attention because she thought that her character hadn't been created. But I fixed the error, and so it shouldn't drive away any more people. Next on the agenda, artwork. Yes, I'm sure you saw my post on the forums about artwork that's coming out. If you haven't, it's on the general forums. It's only a very small piece of my actual proposal to our guys over at Click Art Studios. The final price is gonna be a couple $1,000s, but I think it's going to be well worth it. We're redoing the map, for example. My little little map I made up there. It's gonna be completely redone. It's gonna be fantasy. It's gonna look like a real game map, and it's going to be used for the 3D game too, so it's very important. A few other things, a lot of the art here that we get is going to be concept art for the 3D game, so it's something we can use for our text game, backgrounds and avatars for NPCs, etc., etc., and we can use it to get funding, let's say on Kickstarter, for a 3D game later down the road, far down the road. A lot of times Kickstarter funded games, people want to see artwork, they want to see 3D modeling, they want to know where the game is and what it's going to look like. So this artwork's going to be good on many levels. It's like Arizonan said, we use every part of the buffalo. When we get an image, we use every piece of it. Like a lot of people may not notice, but the image on the home page and the images on each side of the page, they're actually just a part of one giant image. And I just, cropped it so that each part is a different size and looks like a completely different image. But yeah, we use everything, and this artwork, you guys are going to be blown away by it, because I've seen some of the early works, and it's amazing. All right, I have an article up on MMOGiveback.com. That's MMOGiveback.com. It's under Tevrian, and it's on their homepage. It is related to Blizzard Entertainment. Don't worry, it's not a bashing piece, but it's just an article which you guys might enjoy, written by me. Moving on. Enough self-promotion, huh? More item slots. This actually came up on the forums kind of casually, and I haven't really thought about it much recently. Well, right now, as you guys know, there's only 2 item slots, an offense slot and a defense slot. I've always wanted to add more. The reason it wasn't in there from the beginning of the game is just because it's such a complicated thing to do in terms of making everything work, and I thought 2 item slots just seems a lot easier. But I could see us going up to 6 item slots, a hand, a defensive hand, boots, a hat, a chest plate, legs, stuff like that. And that would add a lot more variety to items, I think, and it would be able to give us more, more variety in quest rewards too. So every time you complete a daily quest, instead of there only being 1 item you can get, it could be a random. You could get 1 of 6 items, and it could be any of these things. You could get the shoes this time, you could get the legs this time, you could get the cape this time. And because of that, you want to do that daily again the next day, because hey, I really want this item, and it dropped from this quest, so I need to do this quest. So I think that's a good idea. Well, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know you guys like to stay updated. Keep active on the forums if you can. Try to bring your friends to Erenor as per usual, and I will try to pump out that content as best I can. Take care.